Hello, this is the Androdol, and no, you are not a racist or a sexist for wanting the Lord of the Rings show to stay true to what it is. Now, I've been in Lord of the Rings groups on Facebook and talked to people on several different platforms, and getting this accusations thrown at me, I I've just come to realization they just throw these accusations your way, or my way rather, because they just want to be right and want to silence you. Because when I ask them, first of all, proof of how I'm a racist, and second, how I am wrong for my opinion, give me citations, they can't. And these so-called fans can't prove what they are actually saying against me or people who are claiming this. Now, we have from the images. Now, I haven't looked too far into the articles or what has been revealed, but from what I can gather, we have a black dwarven queen. We have a black elf, and we have Galadriel, who is in armor. It looks to be that she's wearing Numenorian or Gondorian armor. Well, this would be before Gondor was even founded or existed in for men. But I just I can't with this show. I read the Silmarillion, and there are, first of all, no black dwarves, because they were created by a not the god of Iluvatar, but another one. I'm not gonna go too far into the lore because I can't remember all of it myself, because it's so vast, and I read it a year ago or so, last time, and so I can't remember all the details. But I'm sure as hell know more of the lore and the fandom than what the showrunners or people who are accusing everyone else of being something, an historiophobe. And so dwarves are not black. They were to resemble men, but they were different. So that's why you see them being greedy and different from men and elves. Men and elves are more similar to each other because they were created by Iluvatar. And so, and there were no, as far as I know, no female dwarves that were mentioned in any big way, at least in the Silmarillion. And there were no there were no queen or rulers of the dwarfs that were female. Not to say there weren't queens, but there were no female rulers. You also have a black elf. It's also been confirmed that there's black hobbits, which also it makes no sense. But let's go back to black elves, which makes no sense because J.R.R. Tolkien was very, very, very specific. Some of the criticism that I've heard against Tolkien is because it's dry and so specific at times and slow. Silmarillion is very slow, at least in the beginning, for That's at least my opinion, but it's a good book. Uh, and there are no black elves because they are depicted as pale in skin, and same as humans. There are no black men in Middle Earth. You can make a stretch that the Haradrim and the Easterlings and Southlings are darker of skin tone, but they are not black. I would say maybe Mediterranean. You can probably stretch it to maybe mean Arab, like Turkish-ish, but they are not black. At least from how I interpret the book. And uh, I mean, I would kind of accept that, but that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing black elves, black dwarves, female empowerment, and we see black hobbits. Now, how do you explain black hobbits? Does that mean all of the dwarves, the elves, and the hobbits had some sort of holocaust, and they all just disappeared, or it doesn't make any sense whatsoever? These people running this are just they are just casting people. Now there's a direct quote I wanna use from the Hollywood Reporter. It felt only natural to us that an adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien's world would reflect what the world actually looks like. Lindsay Weber, an executive producer of the series, told Vanity Fair, which also has several new photos from the series, which I'm talking about right now. Um, Added Tolkien scholar Mariana Rose Maldonado, who are these people that feel so threatened or disgusted by the idea that an elf is black or Latino or Asian. Now here's where this is a insane, a really out there idea. How about you create something new with black elves, black dwarves, Asian dwarves, Latino dwarves, Latino elves, whatever. But it's not part of Tolkien's Middle Earth. It's based on Norse, Celtic, Anglo-Saxon, basically Northern Europe, mythology, history, myths, put together in a vast, beautiful world that spans thousands of years, has a lot of characters, but no, that's not good enough. Now you would probably accuse me of being a purist if you're just someone on the outside. Why can't we just have that? Why not create something entirely new? Why does having diversity in these shows by destroying, I would say, destroying Tolkien's legacy? They are completely ruining and destroying, because Tolkien was so specific in his wording, in his world building, in his lore and canon. And I've heard some excuses that some of the hobbits were depicted as darker in skin. Doesn't mean black. It doesn't mean black. They were. It's in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings. I haven't read the entire book yet, but it's in the beginning where Tolkien says that some hobbits like to be in woods and different areas. You have the Harfoots, which I believe Frodo is somehow related to under the Brandybucks, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this is just off the top of my head, but I just had to respond to this because I saw this today, and they are slightly darker in skin tone, but they're not a different skin color completely. And it's just it pisses me off when I hear people accuse me and others of being something when I'm I swear to you, when I see this show, I'm gonna dismantle it and hate watch it, because they're ruining one of the greatest books and canons that has ever been created. The reason why Peter Jackson's trilogy worked is because they stayed true to the books, made some differences to it, but they worked because they stayed true to what Tolkien wanted. And it angers me that people don't care. They do it to just they just want to ruin, just want to self-insert, use fan fiction, and destroy what has already been created. It pisses me right off. So this is my attempt at a video after being gone for so long. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.